right, in this video, we are going to practice creating and applying a vendor credit. The exercise is going to be over here on the right-hand side, and this is pulled from our basic level ProAdvisor certification course. If you would like more information about that after we go through the exercise, there is a link below in the description. You can click on that. But let's go ahead and dive right in and see what we're going to do today. Craig purchased 10 rock fountains from Tim Philip Masonry and has received but not yet paid the bill. One of the fountains, however, was cracked. When Craig contacted him about the cracked fountain, Tim agreed to deduct the cost of one of the fountains from his current bill. So we need to create Tim's bill, then create a vendor credit and apply it to the bill. You will need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link below in the description. I have the the sample company pulled up here on the left-hand side. This specifically is the dashboard. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we need to do is create that bill. So we need to click on the plus new button and then select bill. That plus new button is over here on the top left-hand corner of the screen. Click on the plus new. Under vendors, go ahead and click on bill. Now, once it pulls up, we are going to need to fill it out. So in the vendor field, select Tim Philip Masonry. You can go ahead and click on that down arrow. You can either scroll or start typing his name in the box here. Either way is fine to find his name. Click on it, his information will pop up. And when we do put his name here in this vendor field, you will notice here that there is a purchase order that appears in the drawer to the right. Now, this is the previously agreed upon price of the fountains. So we want to add this purchase order to the bill. Go ahead and click on Add right here, and you will see that it has been added in this item details grid. If you get any pop-ups, feel free to click out of them. It's just QBO trying to give you some information. So in the quantity field, we need to change this to 10. Remember, this is the original bill that Tim had sent Craig. So change that quantity to 10 because that is how many he purchased. Once you click out of it, you will see that QBO has automatically made an adjustment to that payment, and now we simply just need to save and close. So click on that down arrow right here, and then you can save and close it right there. So now that we have created that bill and it has been saved, now let's go ahead and create the vendor credit that Tim had promised to Craig. Once again, we're going to click on that plus new button and then click on vendor credit. Plus new is up here again at the top, and then under vendors, you're going to select vendor credit. And now we need to fill this out. Once again, in the vendor field, we're going to select Tim Philip Masonry. You can again click on the down arrow, or you can click into the box and start typing in Tim to get his name to pop up for you. Now we're going to click the arrow to open the item details grid. Right now the category details grid is showing here. We're going to click out of this and expand the item details. And that is because in the bill, if you noticed, the rock fountain was showing up here because it's an inventory item. And so that is why it needs to be in this grid rather than the category details grid. So on the first line under product service, we're going to select Design Fountains Rock Fountain. If you click into it 2 times, you can either start typing it, but it's right here towards the top, the second one on the list. Go ahead and click on that one. Now it is showing as one, as a quantity of 1, which is perfect because again, this vendor credit is for one of the rock fountains. So everything looks good. This is the price that was used. And so we just simply need to save and close at this point. Click on the green save and close button. And now that vendor credit has been saved. So the final step in this is that we need to apply the credit to the bill. We do that when it's time to pay. So let's say that he's getting ready to pay the bill. And so these are the steps that we're going to use for that. You're going to click on the plus new button once again, and then click on pay bills. Plus new button up at the top left corner under vendors, select pay bills. Now we're going to click on the checkbox next to Tim Philip Masonry. That is almost here towards the bottom. Go ahead and click on that. And when you do, you will notice that the credit is automatically applied to the bill. Now you can choose to use this credit at this time or reserve it for a future bill. If you wanted to reserve it for a future bill, you would just delete this completely and you would process the payment normally. At this point, you would proceed with payment, but we're not going to be doing that as part of this exercise. This is just how you would create and apply that vendor credit to a bill. So let's go ahead and just click out of that X, and that it's going to ask if you want to leave without saving. You can go ahead and click on yes. But that's it. That is how you would create and apply that vendor credit. If you liked this exercise and you want to do more like it, or you would like more information about that basic level ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link below in the description. And I will see you in the next exercise.